Guys, this is Joss here, and if I started early, if I was like, what is, and then the video started, I apologize, but I'm doing another one of these live stream preview review videos because I think that they're a little bit easier to do. I don't heavily edit these videos, so I think that I might as well live stream it so I can kind of gain some live perspective as I do it. The way that I did it last time, which worked out quite well for me, was that I kind of did my review and then I jumped into the comments and just, answered some random questions, some statements on the game and stuff. But if you post something that is relevant, like, Melbourne victory have got the most birds raped at home, I'll read that as it happens. But sup everyone in the comments. So, this is how I started. We're playing 26th of January at Amy Park. Sydney FC have never won against Melbourne victory at Amy Park. So this is going to be an absolutely huge game, because we should be winning this game regardless of where the fuck it's at. So Melbourne victory are the second best team on paper, in my opinion, in the league. They've got Milligan, they got Tracy, they got a good back line. I'm not sure how many of those players are going to be playing, but I think that alone, George, Barbarouses and Berisha could be one of the best front threes in the league, along with Bobo Ninkovic and Mijajevski, and I honestly can't name many more. I'm sure there's a couple of other good front threes. They've had the best form in the league lately, getting 10 points out of the last 5 games. That's equal with Melbourne City. Sydney should have better form, but we don't, so we don't have the best form in the league. So Melbourne victory are in some good form going into this game. And Berisha and Barbarouses both have 7 goals. And even though Berisha has 7 goals, I wouldn't necessarily single him out as a danger man. I wouldn't say that it's going to be Berisha who's going to punish us. But I think that if our fullbacks are off, Wilkshire and Zulo, and if they allow Barbarouses and George to play their game, then we're just going to get absolutely destroyed. Leroy George has been absolutely phenomenal this year. Barbarouses had a phenomenal game against Western Sydney, and I think that Zulo and Wilkshire will be up for it. But if they're not, then fuck me, it's going to be a long drive home from Melbourne. They've also given away the most fouls. So they're going to have to watch out for that because we've got Geordie boys, and Mijajevski to take some free kicks on the edge of the box. So, yeah, that'd be really fun. Free kicks at Amy Park. And it's an important win for them because they are, I believe, 4 points ahead of Adelaide and 3 points behind Melbourne City in 3rd and 5th. So if they lose, Adelaide can gain some ground on them. And if they win, they can keep up with Melbourne City. So, yeah, that's kind of the importance of this game. And just a little fun fact is that they are the shittest defensive team in the top 5. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, but they have conceded the most goals. So I guess that is fact. As Patakat reminds me that it is Melbourne Heart. I've literally got that written here, and I still called them Melbourne City. As for Sydney, they can potentially widen the gap on Newcastle, which would be huge. We're 7 points up already, and if we get to 10 points up, that'll just be absolutely brilliant for us. We can just kind of not cruise, but we can start, bringing in more players like Charlie and Calic, I reckon, and that should be fun to watch. And also, we'll probably win the league. We'll sew it up. At Newcastle away if we get 10 points clear, I reckon. Because Newcastle will just fall apart once they know that they can't win the league. So all should be fun. And Sydney looking to bounce back off some shit performances as well. I think that I said this last week. I said this after we lost to Central Coast, and I'll say it again. I think that Graham Arnold is going to get his team up for this. I don't think he let them use Gastro as an excuse for their poor performance last week. But I know he gave it to the media, but, fuck the media. I think that he would have been, not giving them shit, but just letting them know that's unacceptable how they played last week. And they'll be absolutely back for this game. And that very, very much excites me. Overall, even though both of these teams seem to have quite a few good attacking players, the Big Blue just ends up being, a very defensive not even defensive, but just I don't think it's going to be 4-3, 5-0 or anything like that, regardless of the fact that both of these teams are pretty good going forward. And I mean, Sydney are the best defensively, but still, yeah. So I think it's going to be a 2-1 result. I'll save that for my predictions. But I think that, as I always say, this is Brandon O'Neill and Berlante's game. You know, they're going to have to keep it shut down, keep passing tight and quick, and just kind of keep the game in our hands. And I'm going to, as I said before, I'll say it again, Zullo and Wilkshire not only need a decent attacking performance, but they need to mark George and Barbarouses, or not even mark them, but just shut them the fuck down as much as possible. And that's all I can really say on Sydney. As for my prediction, man of the match, Brandon O'Neill. He put in a shit ton of effort last week, even though he wasn't that great, and he's going to do the exact same thing this week. It's going to be a scrappy game. He's going to get a scrappy goal, and he's going to get man of the match. And as for the scoreline, I said 2-1 to Sydney, or I said 2-1. It'll be 2-1 to Sydney. Hopefully an early goal and the late goal, or just 2 late goals, or fucking 2 early goals. You know what? I'd just take a win at this point. So, yeah, that is my overview. Not my overview, my prediction. And basically, the fucking overview of everything I've said. Can I just think about it for a sec? Conservative game. Barbarouses and George are going to be key for Melbourne victory. Brandon O'Neill, Berlante, Zullo, Wilkshire will be key for us. And the game's going to end 2-1 with Brandon O'Neill getting man of the match. There we go. That is my live preview for that game. Hit me up with some comments. But we got to keep it quick because I got a 6-hour live stream to do. By the way, I got some good news about, some bad news about that. And some good news. I was playing FIFA this morning, and I recorded a special episode of Subscriber FC. But honestly, I can't be fucked to play FIFA anymore today. So we're going to be playing a different game for the live stream. I'll tell you guys the 2 options. We're either going to be playing South Park, The Fractured Butthole, or Borderlands. You guys can decide. The 3 of you in the comments now can decide which one we play. Arnold said Gastro was no excuse. You're right, it wasn't. Kevin Muscat says 2-0 my team. Yeah, I doubt that. I mean, you know what? You're probably just as right as me, so I'll give you that. Patacat wants 2K. I can't do 6 hours of 2K. I really just can't. Yeah. I mean, I was 6 hours of FIFA would have been a struggle, but yeah, 2K is just going to be too fucking annoying. I mean, we could swap to 2K. I'll keep that in mind. But I want to start with something, either Borderlands 2 or South Park The Stick of Truth. Those are the 2 games I want. Matchday says, hey Justin, back from surgery. Sorry I couldn't stick to the Twitch stream yesterday. Awesome, you made it back from surgery. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. If you guys don't really care, then I'll just decide. But, yeah, I can't do sports games, at least to start with. I might do 2-3 hour live streams. Thanks for scoring with you on Subscriber Cup. I just played another episode. You'll enjoy that one. Maybe. Can I make you mod on these streams? Yeah, but not now. Maybe I'll fix it up later. It doesn't really matter. If I need a mod, I'll make you mod. Yeah. So anyone got any requests? Borderlands, Stick of Truth, or does nobody really care? But yeah, I gotta hurry up and end this up so I can continue getting ready for going to Melbourne, and also fucking make myself breakfast / lunch before my fucking stream. I don't care. I don't know any of those games. All right, it's Stephen. I think that's how we'll do it. But yeah, that's my match preview. I think we're going to end it here. I don't really see anything else that needs to be said. Anyone got any objections to me ending? I just want sports games or Lego Star Wars. All right. When am I going to Melbourne? Tomorrow morning. Yeah. All right. Well. NFL for the Super Bowl. As I said, I'll think about it. No, I just got to go with what I want to play because honestly, if I go with what other people want, it's just not going to be fun for anyone. So I'll figure out what I want to play. But ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're going to end it at 12 p.m. Probably not sharp. I will be going live on my main channel for 6 hours. I know it's not really anything to brag about. I was going to do 12 hours, but I just can't do that, to be honest. I mean, I could, but not at this point. I just feel so fucked up. My leg has got this horrible cramp in it. But enough bitching. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This has been my preview. I appreciate you watching. Come on, Sydney. FTT. And see ya.